So the first guy here is Chase, a purple belt. I'm going to show me going up against some of the lower belts first, just to give you guys a better idea of the jump in skill difference when it comes to these black belts. Once we get into the roles with the black belts, you'll see that they make me look and feel like a white belt. They are not just black belts, but black belts who win at the highest level of tournaments like IBJJF. They have BJJ records like Thai fighters have Muay Thai records. Now I've added a timestamp labeling the belt level and names of each guy I roll with, so you can skip straight to whoever you want to see me roll with. So I'm sure you've noticed by now, I cut out all the parts where we are stalling or holding, and straight to the transitions and action parts. You guys have way too short attention spans, and if I left it all in, this would be a 64-minute video as each round was 8 minutes long and there are 8 guys I showcase in this video. So with that said, I am showcasing, in my opinion, the most entertaining parts of our rolls. There are obviously a lot more than 8 people who show up to this class, but of course there's only so much rounds I can get in and film. So up next is BAIR, a BJJ brown belt. So I shot for a double leg, he wiggles the leg out and I pulled him down with a single leg. I was able to pass his guard, get to knee on belly, take the back and into back mount and sink in the one arm choke. We reset and he pulls guard. He's got an extremely sneaky guard with flexible legs. While trying to pin his right leg down to pass, he was able to free his right leg and pop it over my left shoulder and caught me with a triangle. He pulls guard again, and I try my best to pin his legs together so I can avoid his triangles coming out of nowhere. I was able to pass the side control, then knee on belly, then mount. I had to stay low and tight. As you can see, he was inches away from throwing his legs over my shoulders to reverse the position. Applying pressure and staying patient, I was able to secure the armbar. He pulls guard again. I tried the same stable pass by pinning his knee down. After some struggling, I was able to pass the knee on belly, but he inverts and somehow gets into the K guard. Fortunately, I had his arm prior to this and I was able to step over for an armbar. Up next is Tom, another brown belt. I love rolling with him because we always have very technical and controlled rolls. Tom pulls guard and I work the stable pass, except this time I scooped under the other thigh and brought his knee to his chest to pass on the other side. I got to knee on belly and attacked for the far side knee on belly armbar. We reset. Tom goes for an ankle pick, turns counterclockwise to sweep me, but as I stayed balanced and pulled my leg down, he transitioned into a double leg. I attempted a scissor sweep, but he had control of my lapel and through my legs, so he was able to knock me back down. I admittedly stand back up, but he transitions into the single leg X. He kicks and turns me away and takes my back. Whenever someone has my back, I like to stand up. Once I got up, I was able to reverse our position by dropping to my knee as I grabbed his leg and took his back. I took him down by sitting to my butt and kicking behind his knees with my butterfly hooks. I landed side control, and as Tom turns into me to escape, I spun around and took his back. And Tom does a Granby roll and regains his guard. And that was the end of the round. Up next is BJJ legend KADI, owner of Glory Martial Arts. He lets me double leg him just so he can quickly transition into Omoplata City and submits me within seconds. As you can see, he is a BJJ black belt with 140 wins and 12 losses. He is very, very experienced. He is a great instructor and training partner. Because he is so much better than me, he doesn't just completely dominate me, but gives me just enough resistance to make me work while keeping it real. This is important when it comes to building a student's confidence. If he were to just crush me every time, giving me absolutely no room to breathe, a student can get discouraged and also not learn because they have no idea what is happening. So Omar here is probably resisting 50% and I pass to knee on belly. He scrambles to his knees into the turtle position and I take his back for a second. Then he shakes me off and gets me into the head quarter position and passes with the knee cut. You can see here he alleviated some of the pressure and let me pummel my left leg in to get my lasso and to regain my guard. Then he immediately leg drags and drives his hips forward and passes my guard again before the round ends. Up next is BJJ legend Joao MIYAO. 216 wins, 24 losses, and 3 draws. Just to showcase how good they really are, I told all the black belts from now till the end of the video to not hold back on me. So I was able to stand back to my feet here. I shot for my double leg, but he sprawls and defends. I reshoot and he defends again, and as I recover from the failed shot, he judo throws me. I try to bridge and invert to recover my guard, but he stuffs it and he puts me in a Barado Plata. We reset, Joao shoots for a double, I sprawl to defend, but he cuts the angle and spins around to take my back. I pop up to my feet to try to scramble, but he weaves his leg through my leg and takes me down. As I try to escape, he figure fours my right arm, then front rolls to another Barado Plata. And he finishes the round with another beautiful judo throw. Up next is BJJ legend Paulo MIYAO. 206 wins, 26 losses, and 2 draws. Paulo shoots for a double leg and takes my back the exact same way his brother did. I pop to my feet and try to reverse our position the same way I did earlier to Tom, but Paulo stuck to my back. He sinks in his rear arm and gets the one arm choke. We reset, I shoot for the double and Paulo sprawls. He kicks me over his shoulders, but I jumped over his legs, and for a second I thought I passed his guard, but of course he kicks his right leg over my head and regains his guard. With his left De La Riva hook and lapel grip, he kicks me over his shoulder again and took my back. I honestly have no idea how he did that. He proceeds to tap me with a bow and arrow choke. We reset, and for the third time in one round, he kicks me over his shoulder. I tried to bridge, but he countered me with another back take. I tried to stand up again as if things would be different, but he drags me back to the ground and puts me in an armbar as the round ends. Next up is BJJ legend AGAZARM. He's a BJJ black belt with 127 wins, 84 losses, and 3 draws. He's also a former Bellator fighter. He gets a baseball grip on my lapels and drags me to the floor. After playing some open guard, I scramble to my knees to tackle him down, but he spins around and tries to take my back. I posted my arm on the mat to stand up and to shake him off, but when I posted my arm, he took that opportunity to trap my arm with his leg, putting me in a crucifix. We reset, I faked an arm drag and into the double leg. He whizzers and quarter turns, tossing me to the ground. But with Paulo MIYAO cheering me on the side, I sat out and got to my knees to continue driving for that double leg. But he gets a figure 4 grip on my right arm and rolls me over, and finishes the Kimura. We reset, I faked the arm drag again into my double leg. AJ probably let me take him down just so he can get that Kimura again. He does the exact same front roll and gets on top. This time he switches his grip, passes to mount, does a front roll, and taps me with the Barado Plata. He pulls guard, and as I try to pass, he goes for the baseball choke again. I was able to resist it and stepped over for an armbar. And just when I thought I could brag online that I tapped a BJJ legend, he escapes and gets on top. With Paulo still cheering me on, I scrambled to my knees and got on top before the round ended. And finally, we have BJJ legend SILVIO DURAN. 76 wins, 39 losses, and 2 draws. He's got a super aggressive bottom guard game. He quickly gets his left De La Riva hook and takes my back. And before you know it, he sinks in the bow and arrow choke. We reset, I go for a diving knee cut which he blocks, but I transitioned into the saddle position by backstepping. I attack for the ankle ace, but he grabs onto my right hand, and without the right hand, I did not have the strength and power to get the tap. He eventually breaks free, gets on top, takes my back, and chokes me out. We reset, I go for an over and under pass, but he prevents the pass with a high leg by inverting and stepping on my right back with his right leg. He continues to invert and grabs on to my right thigh. We end up in 50-50, and he taps me with an ankle lock. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe.